Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Kerbal Space Program, where we have science, but I'm not going to touch it just yet, because I don't know whether we're safe. And it's on the launch pad. Let's add Bob, and launch. Hopefully this works. I've just remembered that there might be a bug where we fall through the... Okay, now that looks like it's placing properly. A T. Bob and Jebediah, get ready to go. Please say what, Tristan? And 3, 2, 1, a launch. We don't need that on much, just a tiny little bit to help keep control. Really? There's just one letter in lowercase. Wait. He was banned? Can one of the mods please unban him? When the rules aren't actually written in the chat down below yet, I don't know whether enforcement should be a thing. And we are timering good, my good Tristan. Okay, disengage. Power up the main engine. And probably start looking towards a roll. Oh good, just for message removed. I was going to say, it's a bit harsh to definitely ban him on the first time. Okay, well we're going up. I don't know whether this is actually an improvement thinking about it, but it seems like it should have been. And we're going over. What are you on about, Tristan? Okay, 45. I'm hoping this can get us up there first, so we can use just this for this stage for making the orbit. Yeah, it definitely has got us further than the previous one. I'm just going to let it burn out. Get rid of that stage. How long until Apo? About a minute. So let's get ourselves pointing. Okay, that time to apoapsis is still about a minute. Okay, the warping doesn't seem to be ticking that down all that fast. Waiting for science to be done? Actually, while I remember, engage the U. And we're basically at the Apo. Gonna wait a little bit longer than Z. Oh, crap, Z. No, Z, go! Oh, crap, wrong stage. In that case, then I need to point up a little bit more. Bring our vertical speed back up. So how much am I gonna have to point up? Am I not going to be able to do this now because I left that a little bit too late? Come on. Get the vertical speed back up. Get me back up the Apo. God's sake, how not? Come on. God, I'm an idiot. I'm going to burn most of my fuel trying to go straight back up. Okay, vertical speed is actually there now, so I'm not at the Apo again. Yeah, good. Now try to make an orbit. And keep time to Apo about 0. I don't quite get why I'm having to point this far up to keep it, you know, reasonably level at it. Periapsis height still isn't there. I still think we haven't done it, but this was more my bad. Remember that the orbital speed is 2,000, whatever, you don't have enough to take in your craft to take you to, even if you just sped, you won't make orbit. Damn it! I didn't think we was going to make orbit this time. No science to be done, so let's just start coming down. And can I at least get some SCANsat data? Reducing the ablator value would reduce the mass in the top stage. Well, what I can do is I can see... No. Damn it. Shouldn't have tried doing that all the way through with the heat. We only have one parachute, so I'm going to deploy it early. Analyze the data. Still nothing. We're too low now anyway, so we might as well stop it. I don't know if this one shoot is going to be enough. Actually, it seems to be slowing me down quite good. I can probably get rid of them shoots and save some parts. Maybe not. Okay, the ablator survived, but the science bay was completely destroyed. That seems odd to me. But recover the vessel. I've got 101 science. So I know I need at least one of the chutes. But I really need to cut down on part numbers. So let's cut down on the number of parachutes on each stage. That should be enough. If I actually bring it in safely anyway, it should be enough. Now for the ablator. Let's have 100 units of ablator. Should be more than enough. How many parts have I saved? I've saved 4 parts so far. Which I think means we give ourselves a bit more fuel. Come on, it shouldn't be that hard. So more fueling this stage, and that stage might get me closer to the orbit then. When am I next streaming, Tristan? I don't 100% know. Now, we've still got 2 parts left. So let's take you guys and put you onto 4-way symmetry. There, that's a 30. And we can tweak your throttles down a little bit more. Something like this. Now you three separate off. That should be good. The last stage in orbit should have 4,000 Delta V, which should be more than enough once I'm in outer space. Geez, Tristan learned the schedule. No, Tristan's been here long enough to know that I try for a schedule and fail, so he asks. The Tristo Curb Mark II X Plus Mark II. Save. 4,500 Delta V is the total Delta V of the stage, yes. And I'm hoping that that stage should only be getting used to circularize the orbit. At which point I should have like 2,000 back to deorbit if I orbit correctly. Am I wrong? Anywho, let's try it. Build me one. Exit out. Still seem to have plenty of money after building it. In fact, we have that much money after building it. That I'm gonna do that upgrade and skint ourselves. Warp to its completion. Oh, all of the stages. Oh, sorry, I thought it was just in that stage. Oh, but it should still be okay. Right. So I'm misreading completely, but I might have looked into it. Warp to completion. Why do I betray you? When did I betray you? That's the vehicle assembly building, but no, we'll just go for the launch. Let's roll out this new craft. Stage destroyed. Yeah, they're just the boosters. Everything else came back fine. Vehicle assembly building. Let's go to the start of the day. On the launch pad, add in a bob. We don't really need a bob in there, but I feel like I have to launch 2 men now. It's only fair to launch with 2 men. T on, throttle down, SCANsat start, and launch. Atmospheric efficiency is going up. I might wanted to have given these a little bit more kick to start us off with. I betrayed you by saying there was no schedule. I don't feel I can betray you by stating what I would consider a fact. Okay, this doesn't seem to be working as well. Maybe more for us to wait would have been better. Because this is nowhere near getting me as high. That's a previous booster stage. Now I'm going to have a lot more fuel once we get going, but towards the end I want to be throttling up. I factually betrayed her. Fair enough. If people think I betrayed her, I'll take that, but as far as I'm concerned, I didn't. Okay, throttle up. Disengage these guys. Now we should be okay. In fact, what's my thruster weight? It's enough to tip over a wickle bit. And with that wickle bit, we shall start getting some vertical speed. fact, actually, I think we can wobble over a little bit more. How are we doing with this amount of fuel? Stage 4, we've still got like 2 minutes left of it. We only really have about 1,500 delta V of fuel in the final stage, so I need a vertical speed, a horizontal speed of a good 1,000 meters per second by the looks of it, minimum. That's if this stage runs out. You know, if we get to like 75 and we've run out of fuel, then it's a waste. The face count, I have never lied to you about it. You guys actually told me you didn't want to do it. Why am I ascending so steeply? I'm not too sure. My head was just sort of saying that it was too fat and slow to go any shallower. I didn't seem to have the thruster weight that I'm used to playing with. 1 minute to apoapsis and I've got... Should have enough delta V? Total? Yeah. Just if I do it perfectly. Okay, now it's rumoured that I won't have enough delta V to make it to orbit. I'm going to try. I'm sure I can do it. And once we hit 76, stay a little bit above the horizon and go. We have more fuel than last time, and I'm going to do the burn better. I never lies. People may misinterpret what I say, I never lie. And 3, 2, 1, go! I thought that tipping up would have been enough, but I need to tip up a little bit more to stay at periapsis. I'm trying to burn before, or maintain time to apo at it. But I'm bad at it. Definitely bad now, I've had to change. So I'm having to point stupidly high again, which I think means I'm going to fail. Well, I guess technically horizontal speed of 1,000 meters per second, I've got 1,004 there. So that should maybe be okay. It's this number that I now care about mainly. Stop falling down. Stay up, don't fall down. Just keep a little bit of vertical speed. That's me at the top at the apoapsis then. Okay, we seem to have a good chunk of fuel left. The periapsis height is gonna start being positive soon. Keep tipping down a little bit. And... oh crap. Actually, really aiming a little bit too high at the minute, so point right at the... actually, I can point down a little bit to try and bring it back. Okay, that's an orbit. That's an orbit, guys! Science! Temperature scan. Are you working? Why are you idle? So are you working now? You don't seem to be using any power if you are working. That's showing on there. It's drawing maps. Whoop whoop! I'm drawing maps. How long could I orbit before my guys die? We have a good 2 hours of electricity remaining. And it's an ideal altitude. Woohoo! Well, I think we're going to let our little guys scan for, a little bit. We'll be watching the live support while we do, though. I mean, electricity will burn and it'll come back, but we'll orbit for 2 hours. EVA report. Get it, keep it, board. Keep it, board. Stop telling me there's science for EVA reports. There's not, I've done them. Why aren't you scanning? Do I have to keep telling you to scan? Oh, that's not fair. I thought you would just scan, like, constantly. Why do I have to keep telling you to scan? Oh yeah, this doesn't generate electricity again, does it? So I won't go for the whole hour. We'll have that back. But ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, that's all the time we have for today. As always, I'd like to thank you for watching. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to say goodbye. Goodbye.